Well, hello there. I think we're recording, and I'm going to be making a very special meatloaf that I pretty much invented. I've taken recipes from my mother and other type of things from the internet, and then I just made my own. And it's really tasty, and people love it, and they always say, "Ooh, what did you put in this?" So I'm going to tell you what I put in it and show you the process because I just think it's fun way to video how to do something. Okay, let's start with the ingredients. So I have organic ground beef and some bread because I'm going to make breadcrumbs, cheese. I have frozen onions that are chopped already, but you can just chop a fresh onion. Celery, we're going to chop that up, and some seasonings. I'll tell you what goes in as we move along, but that's really, and an egg, and that's really what we're going to be working with for this meatloaf. The other ingredient I have to make, it's the barbecue sauce, which is going to go in there. And these are the ingredients for that. I'm just going to make that real quick because it's my favorite barbecue sauce. And I'm going to show you how to do that. Alright, I like to have all of the ingredients for the recipe pre-measured. So that's what I've done. I've got everything measured. And I will have the measurements in the recipe so I don't have to go through each individual thing. And I'm going to start putting them in a bowl so I can mix them all up for you. It's a very simple thing. Once you get everything pre-measured, you basically just stir everything in. So there goes the tomato paste, mustard, and what do I have in there? I don't know. I just mixed up the ingredients in the measurements because I didn't need to use a whole bunch of these doodad thingy majiggers. And I'm putting them all in here. As you can see, all the seasoning that goes in there. Okay, get that off. And then we give it a good stir. This is really delicious barbecue sauce. And there's no sugar in it. We've got our sweetener of choice. And if you don't want the swerve, you can use any of the others that you like. You could even use stevia. It is stronger if you use stevia. And there you have it. There's your barbecue sauce. And this is pretty thick. If you want it thinner, if you want your barbecue sauce thinner, you could always add a little bit more of the liquid, the aminos or the apple cider vinegar, even water. I'm going to start prepping the other items that go in here, and that includes celery. So I have chopped up a few, but they need to be finer. So I'm just going to throw them here in my little NutriBullet, what do you call it? Yeah, NutriBullet. And you can put it in your food processor. But this does a really good job. There, it's done. I'm just going to scoop out. It's very fine, as you can see, which is what we want inside the meatloaf. And actually, if they didn't all get fine, take them out. You can chop those up, put them in later. But we do want them finely chopped for inside the meatloaf. Next, I'm going to take my homemade bread, and I'm just going to break it up a little bit because I want to also get this into like fine breadcrumbs. And the way I'm going to do that is, again, I'm going to use my NutriBullet. You can use a food processor. It's just, when I'm making a small amount of something, I do some things the lazy way. There we go. See, it's all done. Look at that. See that? And that's from homemade bread. All right, so we're going to put that aside. So we have the celery and we have the bread, and we're ready for the next thing. All right, so I have all the ingredients ready. I have the egg, and I have the onion. Now, I let this get at room temperature because it was frozen, but you wouldn't need to do that if it was a fresh onion. So let's put our ground beef in a very big bowl. We're going to get our hands dirty on this one, and I'll show you what I mean. So you've got the hamburger in here. I'm just going to break it up. You know, break it up anytime, but I'm breaking it up now. Now you just throw everything in here. You just throw in your breadcrumbs, celery. By the way, this doesn't need celery. You don't need to put, I like a lot of onions, so I put a cup in. You can actually use a lot less. And your egg. And now you could add all the seasoning that you want in here. So we'll do a little of the Himalayan salt. This is Trader Joe's 21 seasoning salute. I love it. I use it in so many things. And this is all to taste. I don't have measurements, but I'm going to give you measurements anyway, and you can follow them if you want. But I do like the garlic. There we go. And I love onion powder in this particular meatloaf. Probably putting more than you guys would put. I'm going to put in some barbecue sauce, just about a big clump of it, or maybe 2 big clumps. Okay, are you ready for this? This is really the gross part. You can use a spoon and mix it up, but I tend to use my hands because I like to get it all mushed into the hamburger. So my hands are clean, and I'm going to show I'm going to show you. See how I just mush it? You know, it's okay to get your hands dirty because you could just wash them when you're done, you know. But you want to get everything mixed in there. All those nice, tasty ingredients. You want to get all mixed throughout the entire beef. There. I think I'm done. There. Basically, I have like one big round, almost round ball. Scoop everything up. See that? All right. Going to take this and scoop out everything you can that's in the bowl. Every last drop of it. We're going to put it in our loaf pan here. I just threw it in there. Okay, pat it down real good, like that. And top it with some barbecue sauce, spread it around, just the rest of it. Give it a good topping. Remember, the loaf itself now has a lot of this barbecue in it. We're going to top it with some cheese. I like it with mozzarella cheese, but I didn't have any. You can use any kind you want to top it with. Experiment, see what you like. There you go. You don't need much. You could add more later as it bakes. And we're going to bake it at 350 for 35 to 40 minutes because it's a small loaf. Actually, I'll do it, but I'm going to recommend 35 to 40 minutes. There you go. Okay. All right, I baked this actually 50 minutes. It's got all the juice all around it. And there it is. I'm going to slice into it and make sure that it is actually done. So let's see. Okay. I can see that it is done inside there. It's falling apart on me. I've never had a meatloaf fall apart on me. I'm going to put it on the plate. It's not the prettiest presentation because it did fall apart. I think I needed to add more breadcrumbs. So next time, let's do that. I would recommend a little more breadcrumbs. There it is. And now we're going to add our salad. I actually made too much salad. Some people eat that much. I don't eat that much, but maybe I will tonight. And I think mashed cauliflower goes perfect with a meatloaf. And I already had this made. And there you have it. A nice juicy meatloaf. And there is the finished plate, the meal. It looks delicious. I'm ready to eat. Bon appetit.